Ponomaryova and Altukov.
They join us from the Skating Club of New York in New York City.
Second place.
A warm welcome, please, for Danielle Gamelin and Alexander Gamelin.
Next up, we have the 19-year-old brother and sister twins, Danielle and Alexander Gamelin.
This is one of the teams that stood out for me in the short dance. Being such a young team, being at their first senior nationals, I thought they handled the pressures and presented themselves very, very well. Danielle was struggling through that first whistle, so I'm not surprised that they caught up to her a little bit on the second. Very difficult transitions in that lift. Again, we talk about, you know, it is a lift, but the girl is doing so much of the work through that transition. It's oftentimes the only one supporting her own weight. I start to see their potential as a couple. I can assess their basic skating skills better in the footwork sequence than in other places, and they do have really nice unison in their knee action. And again, their leg line, as we saw in the short dance, is quite strong and very, very similar. Result of skating together for many, many years, undoubtedly. Slower sections where you have time to build up speed, present them with a length of line. I would have liked to have seen this section used a little bit more to show some edge quality, speed into something other than a lift, maybe into just an impressive extension that sweeps across the ice, so we can really appreciate those leg lines I've been discussing.
Danielle and Alexander Gamelin.
Well, they're going to be frustrated with that mistake on the twizzles. I guarantee it's the first thing that she's thinking of right now is,
Danielle Gamelin and Alexander Alexander
Overall, I'm
Gamelin.
still impressed by this team. I think that this program maybe didn't quite allow them to show the best of themselves through the last few seconds. That last pass down the ice, they were attempting to really infuse a lot of emotion and strength into it, and it got to a sloppy place through the final movements. But again, experience at the senior level is going to clean that up on its own. They don't even need to think about that right now. They just need to continue to develop in the same direction they have been, because certainly their basic skating skills show so much potential.
Yeah, we definitely saw flashes both in the short dance and today in the free dance of what that potential could be in upcoming years of performances. So definitely a lot to build on for the Gamelins.
And you know, you don't have to be an ice dance expert to see a team and feel, when you feel that comfort level where it's not uncomfortable at any moment to see them skate, where you never feel like you're wincing because you know they're struggling through a section, that's just a sign of a team that has a lot of great unison and skill together. And this was certainly a big highlight of the program, if not the highlight of the program to me. Coming out of this position, I was expecting her to put her feet down, and yet they're able to transition into an even more challenging position. Really, really impressive. And as we mentioned through some of the other lifts, there are intermediate positions here that are maybe a little bit sloppy, but again, experience will clean those up as they go along. Now we're just looking at a little bit where we can appreciate their skating skill, how they drop down into the knees, into their edges. They allow themselves to sink into the ice, giving their pressure onto the edges so that they can try to earn the level in step sequences like this one. But really, nice spacing, difficult changes of position. They're not taking it easy. And I appreciate seeing a young team take on the difficulty now so that they can develop and maintain the difficulty with a little more ease of skating later.
And now the scores for Danielle Gamelin and Alexander Gamelin. Their score for the free dance, 67.58, for a total score of 113.34. They're currently in first place.
So a 67.58 for the free dance of Danielle and Alexander Gamelin.